Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Scholz. Today we have our final tale for the weekend. It's a short one. We've had a few longer stories, and while this is a short tale, it's also one of my favorite types of tales. It's an origin story, and very clearly one. This is the origin of the 7 mountains. In olden times, the Rhine flowed into a deep, mighty lake above the town of Königswinter. Those who then lived near the Eifel Mountains or on the heights of the Westerwald were in constant fear of these swelling waters, which often overflowed, causing great destruction in the country. They began to consider that some great savior was necessary, and sent a messenger into the country of the giants, begging some of them to come down and bore through the mountain, which prevented the waters from flowing onward. They would receive valuable presents as recompense. So, one day, 7 giants arrived in their country, bringing enormous spades with them, and with a few good strokes of their tools, they made a gap in the mountain so that in a few days the water washed through the gap, which visibly became larger. At last, the river streamed through in torrents. The lake gradually dried up and completely disappeared, and the liberated Rhine flowed majestically towards the plain. The giants looked at their work with satisfaction. The grateful folk brought them rich treasures, which they had taken out of the mines. Having divided them fraternally, the giants shouldered their spades and went on their way. These heaps of rocky ground which they had dug out were so great that ever since they have been called the 7 mountains, and will remain there until the giants come again and sweep them away. And that is the story of the origin of the 7 mountains. And like I said, it is a short tale, but it's one of my favorites. It's a story that tells the origin of a thing, a place on this earth. And it does it with the giants, and you really can't get better than that. This is Dan Scholz for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find them on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As always, thank you so much for listening.